worship. Shalom, this is AsahxMusic. Welcome to AsahxMusic Torah Studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. Today we're in Leviticus 16, the pinnacle of the entire Korban system, Yom Kippur. If you love the presence of the Creator, the sound of saxophone, and a serious journey through the Torah, from Bereshit, Genesis to LEV Deuteronomy, subscribe and share this study. There's a good song being played, which I'll attempt to share with you. Just a quick recap. What it is we'll read first few verses 1 to 10. In chapter 15, we read about death of two sons of Aaron who drew near before the Creator and died. So we're going to read verses 1 through 10. And the Creator spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aaron as they drew near before the Creator and died. And the Creator said to Moshe, "Speak to Aaron and your brothers to come in at all times to the set apart place inside the veil, before the lid of appointment which is on the ark, lest he die. Because I appear in the cloud above the lid of atonement. With this Aaron should come into the of a young bull as a sin offering, and of a ram as an ascending offering. He should put on the set apart linen long shirt with linen trousers on his flesh, and himself with a linen girdle, and be dressed with the linen turban. They are set apart garments. What he shall put them on. And from the congregation of the children of Israel, he takes 2 male goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as an ascending offering. Aaron shall bring the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats and let them stand before the Creator at the door of the tent of appointment. And Aaron shall cast lots for the 2 goats, 1 lot for the Creator, and the other lot for Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which the lot for the Creator, and the other lot for Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which the lot for the Creator fell, and shall prepare it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot for fell is caused to stand alive before the Creator, to make atonement upon it. Send it into the wilderness to Azazel. So here we see the high priest enters the holy place with the bull sin offering plus the ram burnt offering. And the mention of the linen garments only, no golden vestments. We know the entire, we have read the entire attire for the priests. Their 2 goats were presented at the entrance of the tent. They casted lots, 1 for the Creator and 1 for Azazel. The high priest, so we see the high priest enters not in royal robes but plain linen. And this is not the usual case. The high priest is usually well decked and well dressed, but not dressed in his full raiment is a sign of humility before the Creator. When we're approaching the Creator, it requires stripping away our status symbols. We're just man, his creation. And remember now, the deeper meaning of this is that our rank, it does not mean anything in the Holy of Holies. Only thing matters in the Holy of Holies is purity. Purity matters. We will read from 11 to 19. And Aaron shall bring the full bull of the sin offering, which is for himself, and atonement for himself and for his son, and shall slay the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and shall take a fire holder filled with burning coals of fire from the slaughter place before the Creator, with his hands filled with sweet incense purifying, and shall bring it inside the veil. And he shall put the incense on the fire before the Creator. The cloud of incense shall cover the lid of atonement, which is on the witness, lest he die. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull, sprinkle it with his finger on the lid of atonement on the east side, also in the front of the lid of atonement. He sprinkles some of the blood with his fingers 7 times. And he shall slay the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people, and shall bring its blood inside the veil, and shall do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bull. Sprinkle it on the lid of atonement, and in front of the lid of atonement. And he shall make atonement for the set apart place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, because of all their sins. So he does for the tent of appointment, which is dwelling with them in the midst of their uncleanness. And no man should be in the tent of appointment when he goes in to make atonement in the set apart place until he comes out. And he shall make atonement for himself, and for his household, and for all the assembly of Israel. And he shall go out to the slaughter place that is, and some of the blood of the goat, 18. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his fingers 7 times, and cleanse it, and set it apart from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. So here we have just read about entry into the Holy of Holies. Aaron, with the high priest, slaughters the bull for himself and for his household. The incense cloud covered the mercy seat, and that actually there was protection from death. The blood was sprinkled on the mercy seat 7 times, and we see here also that the outer altar was cleansed with blood. Without incense, the incense cloud first, that would mean instant death before the mercy seat. How does all this apply to our lives? We must prepare, we must always prepare, and covering precede presence access. In other words, if we do not prepare ourselves and ensure that we are covered, we cannot enter, we cannot access, gain access or closer proximity to the Creator. And so whenever we are thinking about approaching Him, let us take time to prepare for ourselves and ensure that we are covered. But there is a deeper meaning in this. What we saw was the blood was sprinkled, and we also see the cloud, the presence of the cloud. And those two coming together was a representation of complete atonement covering in the ceremony or service. Alright, we will read some more verses 20 through to 28. It says, and when he has finished atoning for the set apart place and the tent of appointment and the state slaughter place, he shall bring the live goat. Then Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and shall confess over it all the crookedness of the children of Israel, and all their transgressions and all their sins, and shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a fit man. And the goat shall bear on itself all their crookedness, while land cut off. Thus he shall send the goat away into the wilderness. Aaron shall then come into the tent of appointment, and shall take off the linen garments which he put on when he had went into the set apart place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his body in water in the set apart place, and shall put on his garments, and shall come out and prepare the ascending offering and the ascending offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people, and burn the fat of the sin offering on the slaughter place. And when he who sent away the goats as he shall washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And the bull for the sin offering and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the set apart place, is brought outside the camp, and they shall burn their skins and their flesh, their dung with fire. And he burns them when he washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. Verse 29, and this shall be for you a law forever. In the 7th new moon, on the 10th day of the new moon, you afflict your beings, and do not bring the native or the stranger who sojourns among you. So we see the goat being used. We see where Aaron lays both hands on the live goat. Right? We imagine the goat carrying the sins. That graphic imagery. We also see where high priest confesses all iniquities and the transgressions of Israel over it. There was also a strong man that was brought in. He was appointed to lead the goat to the wilderness. And that goat carried all sins to an uninhabited land, far, far away. So what it signifies is actually a carrying away of the committed sins, where it's kind of transferred, and the congregation there witnessing would have seen what the priest was doing, and the sins being carried away. All the sins of were confessed, the congregational sins of the people, and these were specifically mentioned. Right? These were not vague apologies that the priest did, but where we were wrong, sometimes we do not want to specify our ill doing, and so it's very important that we be specific when we are reading, if we really truly want to surrender and seek forgiveness of our sins. The deeper meaning is that the sins were removed from the camp, and that represents a restored covenant space. So it's a cleaner space then. I'm going to read the verses from 29 to 34. And it says, and this shall be for you a law forever. In the 7th new moon, on the 10th day of the new moon, you will afflict your beings and do not work, the native or the stranger who sojourns among you. For on that day he makes atonement for you, cleanse you to be clean from all your sin before the Creator. It is a Sabbath of rest for you, and you shall afflict your beings, a law forever. And the priest who is anointed and ordained to serve as priest in his father's place shall make atonement, and shall put on linen garments, set apart garments. And he shall make atonement for the most set apart place, and make atonement for the tent of appointment, and for the slaughter place, and make atonement for the priests and for all the people of the assembly. This shall be a law, be for you a law forever, to make atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. And he did as commanded Moshe. It must be pointed out that this does not mention the word fast specifically, as some versions may put. Right? It says afflict your souls, and a lot of persons would automatically assume that's what it means. Right? The word affliction, when we research the Hebrew of it, and we were to use fasts to replace it in all these sections of the Torah that mentions that word for affliction, would realize that it picks out of context, and so that definitely needs further re-look at. So there we saw the national atonement. It was atonement for all Israel, and this was done once per year. Also, we should not forget that this is a statute for the native and for the stranger. So even somebody who is not from Israel, once that person is in your household, they should adhere and abide by the practice of honoring the greatest command. This was a time where the entire nation stopped working, no work, and it was a time for them to humble themselves before the Creator. So this was like an annual soul examination. So there's no accumulation of sins. It prevents accumulation of sin year upon year, year upon year. Because at the end of the year, they would have come together to have the transfer of these sins and to accept and repent of the sin. So, the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, one day resets the entire national covenant relationship. So this is something that we should look forward to. It's an appointment we should not miss. And just to point out that in summary, we need to prepare ourselves to enter into the presence of the Creator. And this preparation was signified by the garment of the priest, not the full vesture. We also see the blood and the cloud covering. We also saw where mention of the Azazel, the confession of the sins carried away, the sins of the people. And this was to be a national statute forever. It's the Creator's design to complete national restoration for cycle annually. Thank you for joining me in the study of Leviticus 16, Yom Kippur study. If this blessed you, please share it with someone who loves Torah and the presence of it. Read this one. Shalom.